In a show of incompetence, the CBC's Fifth Estate has accidentally released the identity of a longtime Antifa informant. This is someone who works with, employs, and shares information with members and supporters of the violent Antifa movement. The CBC was intending to cooperate with Phillips to conceal his identity. However, when facial images were matched up, none other than Kurt Phillips, a Catholic school teacher in Drumheller, Alberta, was exposed as the mastermind behind ARC Collective. ARC is a blog that was curated by Phillips for over a decade until he recently resigned after his mask was removed. Phillips's blog has shared the personal information, the addresses, photos of homes, names, and faces of people who Phillips unilaterally determines are fascists. Rebel News reached out to Phillips. We sent him a list of questions with hopes that we could get his side of the story. However, that went completely ignored. The school was also quick to stand by Phillips, sending a letter to parents. Very hastily, Principal Joanne Ackerboom insisted that Phillips is politically neutral and doesn't bring his personal activism to the classroom. Tweets posted by an account bearing his name and photo appear to contradict the assertion he is neutral at all. As for the personal activism in the classroom, well, that also seems to be untrue, as Phillips's blog routinely posts defamatory content during the hours he is supposed to be teaching students. One might wonder exactly how much taxpayer-funded time Phillips is using to research, write, edit, and publish information that is fed to Antifa, an organization the President of the United States has considered labeling a terrorist group. Now, Antifa is a violent organization. You probably know of it. It's an organization that Phillips informs for. Testimony from avowed anti-fascists claim that Phillips is a long-time anti-fascist himself. However, Phillips rejects that. Kurt Phillips has employed someone, actually at his blog, who self-associates themselves with the violent movement. Phillips himself even jokes about being a, quote, Antifa super soldier. His blog links directly to sources calling violence morally neutral. Phillips also calls punches to the face a, quote, Antifa kiss. The teacher who teaches at a kindergarten to grade 12 school maintains he's not violent, maintains he's not Antifa. Phillips does fit the Antifa description, posting about high school humiliation and joking about beating children. He sounds like a great teacher. All this in mind, Kurt Phillips adamantly denies being a part of Antifa. He says he is neither an extremist nor a terrorist. He says that he has never promoted violence at all, and he goes on to plead his innocence, saying that he never brought the blog into the classroom at all, which contradicts the evidence that suggests he did exactly that. Many parents of students at St. Anthony's Catholic School have been reaching out to the school demanding Phillips be removed from the classroom. One of those emails was sent to Rebel News, and in it was a tweet that I hadn't seen before, but it would certainly make any Catholic angry. Mr. Phillips's ARC Twitter account retweeted a tweet saying vibrators are greater than Jesus Christ himself. Big oof. Now, something I was surprised to see was Phillips being so defensive about being called a terrorist. I hadn't seen that allegation myself, so I looked into it. After an anonymous poster on the website Kiwi Farm shared this expose, people took to the streets of Drumheller to post these leaflets around the town, especially around the school where parents will pick up their children. The poster accuses Phillips of being a, quote, political terrorist, and that he stalks and harasses victims as young as 14. That would be about as young as his own students. Phillips's blog dates back over a decade and contains hundreds of gigabytes of information exposing mainstream conservatives and Nazis alike, often conflating and confusing the two. I'm unable to verify the contents of this poster specifically, and Rebel News has found no evidence to suggest that Phillips has engaged in any terrorist activity. I called the school to speak with both Phillips and Principal Ackerboom, and I wanted to know if Kurt had been disciplined, or if he's been fired, or if he's even under investigation after the outcry of parents in Drumheller. Did the school know about Phillips's pastime before the CBC exposed him? Unfortunately, no answers were to be had after reception stonewalled me. Is Kurt still working there?
Oh, I'm not answering any questions, sorry.
Is the principal available? I'd love to speak with Miss Ackerboom.
Yeah, there's no one to speak with you.
Is there nobody at the school?
Oh yeah, we're all here, for sure.
Kurt
There's
as well?
no one here to speak with you.
If you want to support the work that we're doing here at Rebel News, lifting the veil of Antifa and sharing the other side of the story, please go to antifateacher.com to read more about this story and to support our work going forward. For Rebel News, in studio, I'm Keean Bexte.